Guys, you're gonna have to help me out. How the heck do you pronounce this? Skohel. Skohel. Have I cast this guy before? I don't know. This, like, funny little bit above the O. That Euro shit. You know, we voted for Brexit in the UK. This Euro shit down here, I don't know how to handle that. So it's Skohel. Skohel. It's the Apo. I'm just going to call him the Apo because I don't know, I'm butchering this name. And I tried Googling it and it doesn't even make sense, but I didn't get the funny bit above it. Because I don't know how to do that. Anyway, he's going to be facing off against the Tenso. And Tenso is playing as the PC. We've got an Apo here. So this is Apo versus PC. So not a lot of damage getting thrown around here, but we got some tanky boys on each side. Now, something really weird that the Apo is doing right at the start here. So he hasn't gone for tax first. He built scouts first and then got tax after. I'm not sure what the point of that is. Maybe that's a tactic for this map, so that he rushes the sides with the scouts, which he's done, and they can just hug the garrison. Remember, scouts are speed 6.5, so they'll get down there a bit quicker. So yeah, that seems to be the idea, I think. He sees the heretics, he backs off to the garrison, so he's just annoying on the sidelines with the scouts. But do you know what the problem is? He committed with his Apo really early on. Are we going to move this CSM before they die? Okay. Good stuff, Tenso. Yeah, I always, when I play Space Marines, I always say, generally, unless you've got a reason not to, early on you want to blob your hero and your tax together. Especially if you're playing the Apo or the FC, because it means that if they're there contributing their little bit of melee damage, the tax, because they have melee resist and decent melee damage themselves, can generally beat any melee squad that just charges them. So it's a really nice advantage. Wow, he used the heal on himself in base, not on the attack, so now he doesn't have it. Some very questionable choices here from the Apothecary, but I have to say it's kind of helping him with map control, isn't it? Now the other thing that's helping him with map control is the fact that Tenso's only gone for one heretic at the start, so Tenso's got a very, very bare bones build right now. Now the Apo's forgot to build his power node. Rush Sanguine, which I actually really like Sanguine Chainsword against the PC. It's very, very strong because... So this weapon, it heals you on hit with pistols and sword attacks, right? So healing over time is more effective if your opponent relies on sustain to beat you rather than burst damage hit and run tactics. And that's exactly what the PC does. He relies on just whittling away with low DPS over a long time while he's healing, and eventually he just beats you because you can't heal like he can. So this is a really good tactic against him, because the healing nearly out-heals the damage that they can input, and in fact it's an amazing counter to Noise Marines because you're increasing the tankiness of your Apothecary, who can then tie up the Noise Marines in melee. And the other thing that this Wargear does is also increases the Apothecary's charge distance by 11, which is huge. That's nearly like 50% increase, 12 to 23, right? So it makes him able to get into melee with a key range squad like a Noise Marine squad a lot faster. Very effective tool against a Noise Marine build. I might even double down on this by getting the tier 1 armor, which you mainly get that to reduce the cooldown on your heals. However, you wouldn't have the energy for that in tier 1 without the accessory for better energy economy. But it just increases your max HP and a little bit of HP regen as well, so it maximises the tankiness of your Apothecary. But more importantly for the Apothecary player right now, he needs to get another squad out on the field. And he is, he's getting his ASM out. He's dropped triple gens, which makes sense because he's gone for this Sanguine Chainsword first. No upgrades on the scouts yet. Did lose one scout model over here trying to fight the PC, and I don't think he's going to be able to manage that. He needs to get out. He's going to lose another. Oh, PC should have kept shooting. This guy must be very close to death. But yeah, this play from Tenso to go for the fast Noise Marine with only one heretic, it has severely hampered his map control. Let's see what he can do with it right now. No ASM yet, they're just coming out from the base now. They need to get involved in this fight, but you see that's a beautiful flank from the Apothecary. We've got scouts there who are going to throw a grenade on the Havoc, a little bit premature, but they did it because they needed to retreat anyway with the flanking heretics. Tax can move down and take the cover right now. And ASM will be able to jump that Havoc. It's a shame that the Apothecary doesn't have purification lights there. That would have been beautiful in tandem with that heal to disrupt those heretics. But attacks are going to back off, silenced by the Noise Marine Blaster there. Of course, they would go into melee normally, but not with those heretics charging in. Do we have any shotguns on the way? We do not. But the Havocs did get forced off by the ASM. Obviously, only one heretic here, and they're running forward at the front, so not there to counter-initiate the ASM. And the ASM, therefore, rout all 3 Chaos units here. ASM going to be absolutely pivotal for our Apothecary player in this instance. PC doing PC things. Slowly capping up this side of the map after he contended with those scouts, but he is very slow. He's quite low HP as well from that last fight. Now that these scouts have got their Sarge, they'll be a lot more resilient. They still want to get him to cover though. There goes the mucus discharge heal. Gonna go in for a grenade. Probably should be running behind him right now. Yeah, get the retreat grenade. Easy, easy. Hit that retreat grenade. Come on, my boy. A little bit early. That was an easy retreat grenade. Oh well. There you go. At least he had the foresight, you know. He went for it. It was close. It was a swing, and it was a miss. But I appreciate when your man swings. Okay. Tenso, why did you only go 1 heretic? Do you like to do this against Space Marines? I find that very curious. Against Space Marines, as Chaos, map control's a bit of a nightmare with the Scouts, and I appreciate that Scouts generally counter heretics pretty well, unless you choose to get the grenade launcher and the AC on the heretics. But you can't do that in tier 1, that's way too expensive. So I can see why a Chaos player would just want to not get heretics, but you don't really have a choice because your counter to the Scouts is Noise Marines and CSM, but if you go like 2 CSM and Noise Marines, it's way too much early game commitment. You're just going to get killed by a Razorback into a Librarian. So you have to compete. You just have to use your tools well. Zone the attacks with a Havoc and the Hero, and send Noise Marines on the flanks with a CSM to deal with the Scouts, and then you just have run around with a little 4-man heretic squad that doesn't fight, but solely exists to cap up the map in these instances. Like, imagine you had that 4-man heretic squad. They could cap here, or they could be capping down here, and your more important units, your CSM, your Havocs, they could be fighting or supporting this push. And it, you know, it doesn't set you back that much. If we look at Tenso's economy right now, he's floating requisition anyway. If I was him right now, I'd be purchasing a heretic squad. I would have been purchasing a heretic squad a long time ago, probably when I noticed I was around 100 power with over 400 requisition. But that was a good bit there to pull the Apothecary into the line of fire of the Havoc. Couldn't get another model there, the ASM. I should do about that. Can't pass the fighting Space Marines. You're going to lose models, and then no. But these ASM with only 1 heretic around are pretty unstoppable. I imagine Tenso will have to go for Bloodletters in tier 2 to help out with this, and of course our Apo probably knows that, which makes the Razorback an obvious choice. It's a really good choice because he's ahead in tech anyway. I don't know if our Apothecary realises how far ahead in tech he is. To be honest, so far the Apothecary is kind of smashing it, isn't he? Now, the Razorback counters Bloodletters to an extent. You know, it's a lot of piercing DPS from afar, and obviously Bloodletters are only power melee. But you kind of need the Bloodletters because this tanky Apo and the ASM are a bit of a problem otherwise. So I would suspect that we see a mark of Zeech. That was a really pointless merciless strike. I don't know why he did that. Against a few Noise Marines, wait for the heretics to come and use it then. Anyway, big flank, more potential for grenades. Sergeant on attacks, but that's not going to help you against all this. I would have preferred to have seen some purification rights or any upgrades really on the Apothecary. Yeah, so we're going to get the Plague Marines, but now I just feel like the Apo and the ASM are going to dominate. I would have thought that you'd have to go for a Mark of Zeech Havoc, the last cannon, and get Bloodletters, but to be honest, compositionally right now, the Space Marines are just so far ahead, it's ridiculous. So what could Space Marines go for now? They could go for a Librarian, they could go for a Dreadnought, they could go for Devastators. I think a Librarian into Devastators would be the best. Wow, he's going for the double AB. Wow, okay, Tenso. Tenso does not like Razorbacks. So he's gone for a last cannon and he's got Plague Marines. Holy shit. That is a heavy commitment. This Rhino doesn't even have its upgraded armor yet. Jeez. That's a lot, man. I don't understand how he's going to kill the Apo and the ASM. Really needs to start getting some gear on the Apo though. Make him a bit tankier. Get purification rights as well. Okay, he's forgot about his Apo, that's bad. It's not too big of a deal, he's got Laraman's blessing. So he can just get the Apo back for a bit of red. Is it 150 red? It is quite expensive to be honest when you've got Angels of Death as a global as the Apothecary. Such an amazing army versus army fight global. Oh, okay, he's going for Mark of Corn. Nice. Okay, can the Plague Marines get the missile off? They did. There you go, got the Razorback. Only took 2 las cannon hits. These guys were messing around for too long. For some reason, they didn't jump the Havoc. The ASM play leaving a lot to be desired here from our Apothecary friend. Why did he not jump the Havoc? I feel like he jumped the CSM, right? He didn't even jump the Plague Marines. He did knock them over, but the Havoc obviously should have been the main priority. Oh. Well, now things are looking a lot better. How does he deal with the ASM? Well, he's got Mark of Corn in addition to these heretics. And I guess with his build, a plasma gun on the tax isn't even that scary. The Havocs aren't doing anything. Noise Marines should just turn into a Blastmaster pretty soon anyway. From the middle. In which case a plasma gun isn't really that big of a threat. Plague Marines are literally light infantry, so if you go plasma gun, you're not going to do any more damage to them. Technically plasma does less than plasma gun has more damage than roller, so it ends up being about even. Those Marines proving pretty helpful here, yeah, then Corn Marines run in with those plasma pistols and the melt on the Inspired Champion, and those tacks run away. They cancel the "and they shall know no fear" because they felt fear and they ran away. But VPs right now are going to be very problematic for Tenso. Only 50 VPs against 2 scouts with 1 heretic is concerning. I wonder if we'll see some turret play or maybe some shrine play. Shrine's probably better against Space Marines because otherwise scouts can infiltrate behind turrets and just hit them from the back, which is kind of annoying. Have we got stims? Is that stims? No, what's this? What's this buff? I thought I seen like a gold buff. I guess not. Did we even get the Apo heal? What is going on, man? Why does he not have purification rights? Touch and Nurgle dropped on the Noise Marines, which I find a bit odd. Trying to keep them in play for the bash. I guess Tenso really feels like he needs to get a bash off to stay in this. But to be honest, it's a bit late because our Apothecary is tier 3. What the hell, man? Corn Marine's kicking ass right now. Getting a little bit too deep though. Running into the base. Oh, are they going to wipe the Noise Marines? Oh shit, the ASM wiped the Noise Marines. But can he kill a few ASM in return? No, it seems like the damage has been spread between too many models. God damn. Heretics on the VP. Predator tank on the way. I feel like those scouts could have stayed in play. It's only a las cannon Havoc. What the fuck? Could have just gone behind cover and stalled even longer. It's all about the VPs right now for the Apothecary. Just needs to stall 50 VPs. The scouts will help out with that. I don't know why these Corn Marines are in the base right now. Just get out, Tenso. Get out, man. You gotta save your resources. He's trying to kill the Apo. Oh, he gets it. Alright, fair enough. Wow. I eat my words. Fine. Yeah, it's worth losing an extra Corn Marine to kill that Apo once again. He is in tier 3 right now, and yes, he can use Larimer's Blessing to get that Apo back for free, but then it means he doesn't have the free 50 red for Terminators, which would be beautiful. Remember the classic 1-2 punch of tier 3 Space Marines? It's get a Predator, get some Terminators, dealing with both of those threats is very difficult.
We're losing a power node. I'm
a bit surprised he went for a Predator first. Even if he didn't have the red, I would have just waited. And if it meant getting a Land Raider Redeemer first, fine. Because a Predator against a las cannon plus Plague Marines is not going to be that good. He has invested in it, they've already got the extra armor. Obviously catching the las cannon out of position right now. So that's fine. But this could be tricky. Don't forget the las cannon turrets that the PC can get access to as well. That could be quite relevant right now. We'll have to see. Oh man, please, just get some Apo war gear. Why not? So he did use Laraman's, so he's kind of given up on any hope of being able to get Terminators now. With only 40 odd VPs left, he's not getting Terminators, so That's a shame, because that would probably be GG, to be honest. I don't know how Tenso would deal with a Predator plus Terminators. You just keep the Predator behind the Terminators then. So if the Khorne Marines run in, the Predator can help DPS them down. And then after fights, you can rotate the Predator real quick to the sidelines to help scouts out and get rid of these remaining VPs. Yeah, like this. You just rotate the Pred back behind your line, and it basically turns into fire support. He needs to turn it though, only one heavy bolt is firing right now. Yeah, Apo with no gear, no purification rights still. Needs to get out of there. Not like the purification rights would help him against this PC though, because he does have the armor of pestilence, so that knockback immunity. We did see the plasma gun in the end. Oh wow, Chosen Plague Marines. Ooh, this could be tricky. So these guys, like the Plague Marines, are only light infantry armor. So this plasma gun's not going to do that much against them at all. And they are extremely tanky. The Predator will do decent damage. But this durability is probably what Tenso needs right now, just to hold these VPs. He's got a lot of VPs to make up. Of course, they've got these powerful power melee blades, which will be very good at dicing up any ASM that come in. It might even be an idea to go for Vanguard at this point, to be honest. Sternguard would have also been better than the plasma gun, but what can you do?
One of our initiates has fallen.
Yeah, look at this, with the healing from the shrine. The Nurgle unit's just not even losing damage. Why is he driving the Predator so far forward? I don't know, but it's fine. The ASM has gone in. Apo type the las cannon. Yeah, he retreats instantly. He's got Chosen Plague Marines and Khorne Marines on him. That's pretty bad. And the Apo didn't even commit to type the las cannon. Really slow to move the Predator back. The Predator's taking a lot of hits from the las cannon. I don't think it's going to die, though. No, it does get out. But Tenso easily wins that fight. And now the Khorne Marines can just go back to the Nurgle Shrine and heal. They don't even have to retreat. Well, they might need to now, if the Predator's on their ass, yeah. Scouts were messing around down here. They did have to retreat after they got the decap on the wreck.
Space Marines on the field.
So the Apo's getting a lot of resources. This is where the Terminators would be great, but he's lost his Apo too many times. Repaired for him using Larimer's Blessing, so he doesn't have the red. So he's nearly got the resources. It's 650 for Terminators. But he's not going to be able to get it, because he doesn't have the 350 red. Yikes. That's a big yikes, to be honest. That's what he really needs right now. Those Storm Bolters do a lot of piercing damage that'd be very good to take down these Chosen Plague Marines. And again, you see the heal going in there, but no purification rights. Why? That knockback would be so valuable right now. It would... Oh my god, they're going to lose so much health retreating for all this melee. No Khorne Marines, fortunately for them. Apo's still in play, trying to force off the las cannon. Why does he not have purification rights though? It's the knockback would delay damage for so long. It'd be amazing. Rear armor hits from the las cannon now, but there goes a grenade. But it's fine, he stays in play. Ooh, they nearly got the shrine. Oh, he doesn't realise now we've got Plague Marines on the field. Yeah, these plasma guns are just not doing it. The only thing that they're good against is the Khorne Marines, but Khorne Marines are so fast they close the distance really easily. I mean, the Apo could get a Devastator and just put it at the back to protect against all this. You know what else would be really good right now? A P-Dev. And he's got such crazy amounts of requisition. Why not? Just get a P-Dev, attack ground on where the shrine is, and then afterwards just focus on dealing with the Havocs. Keep your Predator back between your line, and get purification rights. Counter-initiate the Khorne Marines with the ASM jump. You'll deal with them pretty easily, chaining it with shotguns. And then you've got the P-Devs and you've got Tax and a tank, so you've got the ranged advantage.
200 points remaining.
Once the Shrine goes down, these Chosen Plague Marines will be nowhere near as strong. Remember that the Shrine gives a percentage-based heal. So, these guys have 500 HP a model. They're very durable, man. That percentage-based heal is very, very strong. Now, I do find it a bit odd that Tenso is focusing so heavily on the mid. He has left himself open to this little flank here from the scouts, but it's funny because he sent his Khorne Marines after the natural on that side. Now there's a turret. He's walking into the turret as the Apo. He's committing. Why is he committing? It's not a good time to commit. man. He's walking right into a turret. He's going to lose the Apo again. He has to waste the heal on the Apo. I don't know what he's doing. He's not even jumping. I mean, now he jumps out, but... Man, that was a massive delay. Did the scouts throw a nade? I guess they did. They killed a Havoc. Model, whoopie-doo. They just reinforce off the shrine. This shrine is seriously crushing the Apo right now. And he has had to go for the Land Raider Redeemer because he still doesn't have the red for Terminators. No Angels of Death either. So, you know, it's funny. You obviously do save a lot of requisition when you use that Laraman's Blessing, but an Apo playing an elongated game like this and having no Angels of Death or Terminators is so bad. One of the best things about Terminators is they regen at a really nice rate compared to most Marines. It's part of what makes them so tanky. And the Apo, of course, has that regen aura, which I think triples the regen. So you triple the ranged Terminator regen, it is insane. And he's just completely missing out on that synergy right now. A Land Raider Redeemer, I really don't know what it's going to do, to be honest. All this thing needs to do is swap to the las cannon. You've still got 2 sources of AV in play. It's going to be tricky, not to mention this guy's got a Power Fist. 72 DPS heavy melee. Land Raider Redeemer is obviously a close range weapon. I mean, it's so tanky, he might be able to get the big push here. He's got Vanguard as well. Should have got Vanguard ages ago, because they're back to, you know, no XP. And I don't know why the Predator's like charging head first. It should be running flanks. It should be running down here. It should be running down here. There's no point charging head first when you know they've got AV. You're just walking into their AV. The big thing with tanks in this game is they're extremely mobile. So that's what you should be utilising. So Vanguard Veterans are a much better matchup against Core Marines than ASM, because unlike ASM, these guys all have power melee weapons. You know, they got this lightning claw, they got power swords, they got a thunder hammer. They're not rocking chainsaws. Alright, let's see how the Land Raider does. Nothing is... Okay, well, he just wasted the Frag Assault on a Plague Champion that can't be knocked over, when that is a big AoE attack. If he moved here and then used it, it would have hit everything. That would have been amazing. And he's driving right forward into the Havoc right now. He's got to try and focus fire the Havoc. Imagine if he had the Frag Assault right now. His Flamers are not in range of the Havoc, and he is eating las cannons and Plague Marine shots, and now there is a las cannon turret. Amazing, but they do manage to get rid of the chosen Plague Marines. Yeah, the Assault Cannon and the Flamers, wow, absolutely melting those guys. Holy shit. Vanguard trying their best to deal with this las cannon. Does it set up? Nope. But the turret's still in play. Las cannon resetting up, can it take out the Predator? Yeah, the last turret takes out the fucking Land Raider Redeemer. He didn't have anything to kill that, and the las cannon takes out the Predator. Yeah, pretty stupid. Why would you attack from the front like that into a fortified position? I mean, just no tactical thought at all. I don't get it, man. Why do people do this all the time? It's so illogical. And here come Chaos Terminators, so that's the end of that. Yeah, they're just going to rush the DP. This Tenso doesn't have anything right now to actually take the mid. He's healing up. Sends the Corn Marines off to the side to protect his natural. I tell you what, man. This Nurgle Shrine, absolute MVP. That thing was amazing. Amazing. And I did call out the turret as well. That could be a potential play. I was just thinking down here with a heavy bolter, but yeah, against scouts you can't really do it. Be good against IG or something. Well, even then, everyone runs assault against stormtroopers these days. Hey, look at that, Terminators! Woohoo! Vanguard will do pretty good against ranged Terminators. Let's see, actually, because these guys do get 20% melee resist, unlike the Space Marine ones. Yeah, wow, Vanguard, look at the damage! Holy shit, that power melee damage. This guy's just slicing and dicing. Wow, they perform really well. Why does he have a power fist on his Vanguard? That was not very good upgrade. Tenso? Why is he just letting them die? Because he's taking the mid. He's capping his natural, but Scouts decapped it though. Now the Terminators are bailing after losing 2 models. But can he hold the mid though? Shield ticks. He doesn't even have all the models on his chosen Plague Marines. That's a bit concerning. Nice Merciless, but I think these guys got to get out of there now. Yeah, Claw Marines rotating, and now the Terminators are isolated without any CCs to support them. No knockback. 2 VPs in control of Tenso. Yeah, he wins. Because he hasn't managed to secure this in time. Yeah, GG. Okay, now they made it close at the end there. But there you go. So, yeah, a bit of a weird build from Tenso. I don't know why he went only 1 Heretic in the early game. Man, did it put him on the back foot. But the Apo player messed up hard, losing his Apo a couple of times. And kind of shot himself in the foot then in the late game. He went for this Predator Land Raider play, but I have to admit, the play with both of them was pretty terrible. You've got to run flanks with these fast-ass units, and the Land Raider, yeah, that is the one thing that is a line breaker that can charge forward. Just... why are people so bad at using super units? I guess because they play with them so rarely, but why did he use the Frag Barrage purely on a Plague Champion? It's a large conal AoE attack with knockback, right? So you obviously want to use it on the main enemy army. All the infantry, the more models they've got, especially the heretics, will get fucking wrecked, but it would do full damage to everything. But more importantly, the knockback means these guys have to reset up. The Plague Marines stop shooting for a bit. These guys stop attacking for a bit. And he wasted it on a Plague Champion that can't even be knocked over. So some strange plays there, but he nearly got it, and we like seeing the PC versus the Apo. Well, I do anyway. I find it quite a funny matchup. Hope you enjoyed that one, folks. That's going to be all for you, boy Torpid, this time. I am signing out.